Warning, warning, warning.
You're about to witness a seismic event.
This show and all others is brought to you by itspimpin101.net, so please pimp responsibly.
Hey. What's good with it, man? It's King Kelly O for the record, man.
And this is the one and only Composure, and you're now tuned in to It's Pimpin' Radio.
Yeah, dig. It's pimpin'. Yeah.
You know, the bottom line is about staying committed, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay committed. You know, I mean, it's easy, you know, when everything is going, going well and everything is lovely. You know what I'm saying? You know, but you know, you got to be committed, man. You know, commitment is a critical key to success in anything, and definitely in this thing here. You know what I'm saying? You know, without commitment, you know, when challenges arise, you know, you'll quit at the first sign of adversity if you're not committed. You know what I'm saying? You know, most people who fail in this lifestyle, you know, pretty much like most people in anything else in life, they fail due to the fact that they weren't fully committed from the start. You understand? They weren't fully committed from the start. You know what I'm saying? Not 100%. You dig? So I mean, you got to understand the dynamic of that. You see, when you're not committed to something, it's easy to step away from it altogether. Especially, when you're not seeing immediate, results or immediate success, or when it becomes apparent that it's, more difficult than you anticipated. So you simply just walk away. You just walk away from the shit. You know what I mean? Now, it's kind of like a bitch choosing, and either staying down or not. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if there's no commitment there, if you're not coming in with the frame of mind of, this is what I want to do 100%, this is where I want to be 100%, and this is what I'm going to, put my full focus into, it's not going to work. All that, trying and seeing stuff, it's not going to work. Now, that's not always the case. Sometimes, you just jumped in a bad situation. And you need to be able to analyze that, take stock and inventory in it, and make a proper decision at that point. But a lot of you all are really not really panning out well because of, you being whimsical with yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I just had a discussion quite recently, and, I made the statement of saying that for a hoe, any hoe that's been in the game for any significant period of time and has been, moving around a bit, has at least had one individual P that was solid, that was on point, and it was something that she was either not prepared for or ready to handle, could deal with, and wasn't committed, and as a result stepped off or got pushed off, and look back and reflect years later to say, I had a good situation that I fucked up. Because for a lot of hoes, man, it takes them some time and some maturity to be able to get to a point of stop blaming other people and to really start to take ownership of what they have done or not done to help facilitate success in a situation. A lot of them, don't want to take that responsibility to say, I was at fault on a lot of different things. I did a lot of things out of jealousy, out of spite, out of just some residual square ethics that were within my DNA, and because of that I'm where I'm at now instead of where I should have been. A lot of hoes are disgruntled and didn't really pan out in the game because they just didn't stay down. So what I say to you and I implore upon you is the fact that, hey, if you got a good one, you need to do what you're supposed to do and hang on in there. Now, if you got one that, got a lot of shit going on, then that's something different. But you got to understand what a good one is first to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Now, like I said, if it's a bad situation, man, hey, cut your losses and bow out. But a lot of you cut your losses and bow out because you didn't commit to your own growth in the life, in this game. You know what I'm saying? You weren't about, really learning and improving yourself and being a better hoe. And that's what you really should be doing. Trying to get yourself to another level in the game. You understand? That's what it's really about. Now, what's going on here? Okay, B, you back in. Okay. Okay, oh man, okay, I got you. He's not even hearing this. Okay. Wow, MD, can you help him out with a direct link or something like that? Real quick. He's having little issues with his laptop as he's scrambling to get on out of where he's at. Secret Pimp location. Yes, indeed. Okay. Thank you, Trey Jones. Following that on through real quick with the quickness. Yeah. So there you go, B. You can go ahead and click on that. Yeah. All right. Appreciate it. For sure. Man. That's that sugar-free right there, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's juicy, sugar-free. You know, I stay sucker-free myself. You know, sugar-free as well, you know. But hey. But yeah, man, I mean, you know, that's the thing, man. You know, you got to really understand about being committed to something. You know what I mean? That is a paramount key to you being able to have some success in anything that you do, any endeavor that you, you know, take upon in your life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your journey may be, whatever your path is, you got to have commitment in order to see it through. You understand? In order to come on out the other side, bigger, better individual, it's going to take commitment. You understand me? It's essential. Now, I'm not going to be with y'all, you know, all night. I do have some things that need to be done. You know, not to mention that I'm working on about 2-3 hours sleep, of course, over the last 40 hours or something. That's how, you know, we do it sometimes. But it is what it is. Now, let me say this too, man. Another thing, and this goes out not just to the pimping, but also the hoes as well, man, is you have to understand about taking advantage of opportunities within the proper context, mind you. Let me put that little disclaimer on the back of that. Within the proper context, you got to take advantage of opportunities, man. You know, it's really about being smart as well as being fair with the game. You understand? You got to understand about, you know, really trying to utilize certain things that are going to help you in your situation, you know, as a whole. You know what I mean? It's a lot of things that I see people just not really pay much attention to, really don't, you know, pay attention to detail, you know, things of that nature. Yeah, tell him to refresh his junk. Let me see. Tell him refresh. Yeah, there you go. He having some issues there. You got to refresh that, man. You know, let's see here. Where was I talking about? Yeah, taking advantage of stuff. Right, that's what I was talking about. Taking advantage, man. You got to be able to seize the moment, so to speak. You have to be able to seize the moment. You know, opportunity knocks. You need to answer the door. I mean, I know that's a, you know, a old and probably, you know, basic ass lame, you know, cliche and all, but it's actually, you know, holds water. You got to be able to take advantage of opportunity. And for many of you all, especially many of you ladies, you don't understand how to do that. You know, you don't really have the blueprint down on when and where and how to do that sometimes, you know. And then that's where, you know, someone like myself will come in to give you some insight on that so that you can do it. Because see, you have to understand with this game, man, you know, true pimping is not about taking advantage of a hoe. It's about, you know, showing a hoe how to gain advantage in her horn and through her horn. You understand? You know, it's really about, you know, trying to show a hoe how to bring herself through a situation, man, you know, with her wit. You know what I'm saying? With the gifts that she's been, you know, equipped with. Charm, you know, her femininity, things of that nature. And being able to utilize those things to her best advantage. Really to come up on some money, you know. You know, she dealt with a trick. She's supposed to be trying to get that cat in the mind frame that he's really getting more than what he's actually getting, and willing to pay more at that. You understand? And not feel like he was, you know, slighted or cheated. You know, now a lot of individuals are trying to do things which is, you know, really borderline robbery. But my thing is, fair exchange is never no robbery. You understand? Never ever. So that's the thing, man. You know, a hoe needs to understand that. Let me take a quick pause for the calls real quick. I need to handle something real quickly. I'm gonna be right back at y'all, man. Let y'all get a little bit of this, Who I got on here right now? Is that my girl, Patrice? Yeah, Patrice rushing on here. Well, she actually coming up off here, so I'm gonna go ahead and select something else for y'all. But give me a moment, and I'm gonna be right back at you shortly. So y'all just hold tight, man. Give you a little bit of this, hey man, give me a little of this BT Express right here, man. I'm back at you, man. I'm back at you. So as I was saying, man, you know, it's really about you know, showing a hoe how to really gain advantage, you know what I'm saying, with a hoeing, man. But you gotta deal with, you gotta deal with hoes on their merit, man, on their own merit, you know what I'm saying? You know, allow their hoeing, you know, to be the catalyst for, you know, all other things, with the exception, of course, of the real catalyst, which is you. But you know, you got to let them see that, you know, they can actually achieve some things. But first, you know, it's got to be a belief in there. You know what I mean? They got to really understand and believe that they're actually on the right path. If you got that going, it's going to strengthen that level of commitment, and that in itself is going to bear fruit in time. But it takes time. You understand? That's another thing, man. You know, a lot of cats is not really giving these hoes understanding, man, that, you know, shit just don't happen overnight. I mean, little things do, but the big things don't. You know, it takes time, and as you go, you accumulate, you gain momentum. You know, you create what's called centrifugal force. You dig? The snowball effect. You know what I mean? And as time goes on, you pick up speed and build and grow. That's how you're supposed to handle it. You understand? That's what goes down. You know, and that's the thing, man. You know, a lot of cats is not really fully understanding of that. Okay, you back on Superstar the Mac. Okay. Alright, okay. A few people back on. Alright. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Everybody's having some computer issues right now. I see Mr. the Young P stepped in, and Digger the Don. Welcome, gentlemen. See you cats just came on in. Okay. And what's up, boss player, man? I ain't seen you in a while, man. What's happening with you, man? How's everything with you, man? Hope things are, you know, going as well as can be, you know. Okay. Alright, that's cool. Okay, there you go. Superstar the Mac. Alright, so you back in. Okay, so his situation is squared away now. Okay, that works. Alright, let's see here. What can I do here? Can I move this over? There we go. That's what I like to do, right there. Still working on a few things with this computer issue, man. But I'll get it together, and we're gonna get it all in there regardless, man. You know, now this is another thing, man, that I need to also say too, man, that needs to be understood too. You know, a lot of cats do things for the eyes of the beholder, so to speak, for, you know, those that are, you know, peeping what's going on. But the reality is, man, you need to be doing things that's within, you know, your own personal constitution, that's within your own plan and agenda, and not be so concerned about, you know, what other cats is, you know, with their views of things of that nature. Is because the thing is, you should be doing what you're supposed to be doing, whether they're there or not. Now, if you want to, you know, take the premise of, you know, who's watching, then you really need to remember who's watching. and who is watching is you, none other than you. So when no one else around, it's still you. So you know, you can fool the whole world, but you cannot fool yourself. So the whole thing about it is, be true to yourself, be 100% with yourself, be who you're supposed to be, who you you know, desire to be, and keep it that way. You know what I'm saying? No matter who's around or not around, it should be you, period. You know, I don't care if it's you know, a conglomerate of peas or a boatload of hoes or just, you know, nobody. Be you. That's all you need to be, man. No monkey business. You know what I'm saying? You know, all the extras and the yeast in your that's not necessary, man. Because you know the truth will always come to light. That's inevitable. Who you are is gonna come to light, because you can only fake so long being something that you're not before the time where you have to be yourself. So why not just be yourself all the time? That's something I never can understand, man. You know, a lot of cats want to be everything but themselves, you know? Exactly, all the high siding, you know what I mean? Unnecessary, in my opinion, you know what I mean? But it's just my opinion, I have that. But that's all I'm saying, man. You know, a lot of unnecessary business, man, that goes on, monkey business, if you will. And cats need to start, you know, getting out of that, man, and moving away from that, man. You know, and some of you will already understand what I'm saying. Many of you will get to that point at some point in time as you mature and grow. Some of you have already gotten to that point where you should have done it and still haven't done it. It just depends on who you are. But whatever your condition or your situation is, you need to move away from the monkey business, because that's not going to help you, man. That's not going to help you. You need to come to an understanding that, you know, no matter what happens, good, bad, or other, you know what I'm saying, time does not stop. You dig? That's why I say, man, the beat goes on after it all goes bad. So it doesn't matter if things are, you know, well, or things are just, you know, not to be desired. Time will not stop. So having said that, you have to be able to keep pushing on no matter what your condition is or current state is, and not really worry too much about, you know, the next man. You dig? Let's see. Okay, everybody's alright. I guess Capital B's thing must have fell off, you know. Who knows? But that's important, man. You got to understand what I'm saying to you. It's really about, you know, not packing it in. Yeah, you may be down, but you're not necessarily out. You feel me? You know, I want to say Scooter G might have been telling me about a story about one of his partners, man, that, you know, had you know, was doing it real big at one point in time and had fell off at a particular point in time. You know, he had ran into him up in New York City, and the dude was basically living in a cardboard box. You know what I'm saying? But in a matter of time, man, I think he ran into him again another 5 or 6 years or something like that. And, you know, the cat was, you know, back at it, matching and you know, 7, 8 cars and some more shit, you know, doing what he wanted to do. So, you know, your current condition is not necessarily indicative of your future. It may be indicative of your past, but not necessarily your future. The future is in your hands. You can control your destiny if you choose to do so. So don't worry about, you know, the hard times so much, because that's just a temporary state. You will be able to progress beyond that in time. But it's all about time. You feel me? So you have to understand that, man. Now, I do want to say something to some cats that wound up hurting themselves to a certain degree, man, because there's a lot of cats that come into the game. There's a lot of cats who have done some other things. There's a lot of cats who have a certain type of mentality, and that's that, you know, they're trying to change the game thing. They're going to change the game. You know, you're trying to change the game, but you steady killing the game. So yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me take a quick music break. I need to address the issue, and I will be right at you shortly. Give you a little bit of this high energy, man. Y'all don't know nothing about that right there, though. I'm gonna go and give you a little bit of that real quick, and try to make this my last commercial break. So just give me a minute, and I'm gonna let that.
This is a
It's Pimpin' Radio.
exclusive.